All right, so I'm going to read a few poems from my upcoming book with City Lights. If you look right there at the center of Brian Kwan's work, that's the cover of my book. So, let's go. The first poem is called Basquiat's Revenge. Today, I am just a fat black bitch with a few good words, a court jester at best. Every black poet waits in line for their 15 minutes, regurgitating the last one's sonnet into a lackluster spinoff. Every black man's poem reads, I was killed today. I'll be killed again tomorrow. America, you wish to consume or wear or fuck or frame my flesh. America, you were never America in the first place. Let us swallow our fist until the bruising bears resemblance of a broken chain. I am never at your mercy. They calculate every move, hovering to see if the academy gonna take the soul out of me. As if I didn't sell it already in a Los Angeles basement in exchange for a simple day. 2016 got a few secrets on me. The devil got even more. I am imperfect in the most perfect ways. No idealism penetrates the perilous nature of my pen. I see the southpaw stance of their spoken word from a mile away. I prefer an unorthodox rendering of my wicked tongue, a fading table sketch of an early Basquiat turned calamity from a violent cadence, a sicko's mindfuck. Let's see how far left I can take God's third eye. A portrait. My Latinx cousin smoking meth in the bathroom. In the room over, her toddler watches a gay cartoon. A landscape. My African friend begging for my hand in marriage for citizenship in a country that he doesn't even want to die in. A still life of my third abortion. No, my fourth. Graffiti. Of the line of coke I snorted the night before I moved to Oakland, I played God always. I'm as shameless as I paint myself to be. The black woman's poem reads, America, I was raped today. I'll be raped again tomorrow. America, you wish to consume and wear and fuck and frame my flesh. America, you were always America in the first place. Let us swallow our blood until the bruising bears resemblance of a broken chain. I'm always at your mercy. They calculate every move, hovering to see if the loneliness gonna take the poetry out of me. As if I didn't offer everything in a Florida graveyard in exchange for a killer's aim. That's the second time I read that stanza. In the last piece, I refuse to bleed on this page, but bleeding is the only thing that seems worthy of your applause. Mimi, you screaming at the walls again. Mimi, you shouldn't write it like that. Mimi, shut up and do the work. Mimi, play the game. Mimi, slow and steady wins the fakes. Mimi, tell us about your next. Mimi, be nice and maybe your 15 minutes will last longer than the nigga ahead of you. The chip on my shoulder got a death wish. The arrogance can't even hide itself. It removed my head from the body, placed it off center, left on canvas. Eyes dilate, lava hot, a whispering window shot up from skull crack, dances into the yellowing of teeth. A cigarette spawns the telltale sign, too good for this willowing scene. Vibrating in opposition to the onslaught reverberation, safety tantalizes for luxury. I'm almost bourgeois bored. The reality is if I don't hear the slit of the wrist transposed to the paint, then what the fuck are we dying for? To be representational. I forget to be here all the time. Grounded just isn't my thing. It's the ones who prance proper holy, who got the viciousness begging to crawl naked completely out their skin. Me, every wall was taken. Every seedling of doubt was planted into a forest decaying my wandering thoughts. Let's see how pretty I can make this frown look today. The delicacy of embracing spirals duplicates a foreign tendency to graph the landscape. It dizzies itself, becomes peer pressure, grows through movement as time. The foot following the other makes steps sound like wind howling. All I ever have be the roundabout draining through the concept of a mind. A brain bears logic when magic decides to leave the room. I'm barely in my body. I forget to conjure it here. I hone frequencies out of possibilities masquerading as Sundays I take up space. I take up moons, I swallow ecstasies, I grin big, forget a face is what trains the world's eyes to fancialities. A meteor crash of a serious self. Like how drunk and high and heartbroken the streets gon' leave me every weekend. Laugh at the minstrel showcase of a conscious being. Who you gon' be today? The tenacity fingering fiction of the human condition. Whose face you gon' sing today? Linger to bellow without teeth. Aligned to a cosmic counseling. Fly not to think. Blend not to blur. The lines of irrefutable irony. The x-ray of a melancholic poet. Drug-addled. Drunken demon, dreary, drowning, desperate, without cause. Who you gon' be today? Greet them at the astral. Tell them it's all a lie. Tell them this form is a second. Tell them to dread the spiraling, to enhance the spiraling, to force the spiraling, to manifest the spiraling, to embrace the spiraling, to distract the spiraling, to ride the spiraling, to stop the spiraling, to obliviate into madness and laugh at the fickle trickster who knows when to disappear into it all. I forget to laugh during the descent, the same self, the same question, take it all too seriously, the iridescent subject, the channeler, the menace, the griot, the society, and the society barking back at itself. Briska doesn't talk only to kill the self. I was never here. I am never here. The here is never here. The moment counts down to consent, singularity in the electrodes of a heart monitor, charred teeth, charred soul, frozen nodes of fate awaiting the weight of its own feather and heart. Who you gonna be today at the center of infinite? The body proclaimed a black girl child. Each phase of puberty pronounced a testimony of humanity, yet the audience wasn't sold in their performance. Perchance power be in the voice of the child. The pistol trigger warning the child wilted entity of fury through gritted teeth. The eye be collapsing. A primordial judgment to step foot on porous ground, philosophical unto extortion, burning passion unto exploitation, violent for preservation. Beat the rage, don't perform it. Wear the rage, don't let it get stuck. Break the rage, don't fold it. Feed the rage, don't fantasize. Surrender the rage, don't personalize. Drip the rage, don't escape. Stir the rage, don't let it build. Feminize the rage, don't father it. Transcend the rage, don't let it become you. Sculpt fallacies only to tell the truth. Be human always, but godless to your enemies. Be an enemy and reveal your palms to none. Appeal to no one, and let your greatness parade for the masses. All the forces testifying for me to spit on. Lax, forget that my gums have been known for a pair of 8 wigs. I witness my foes erode to bloodlust. Every tasteless and varying attempt to harm my spirit will make a star out of me I never needed nor wanted. And in the first place, it's a setup. They can't humble the God behind my tongue. Who you gonna be tomorrow? Reveal too much, say nothing at all. Fish for compliments in a sea of sharks, dressed finely only to let the wolves rip you to shreds. Prance in their clothing every Sunday, become a dusted metaphor or two, pretend to be a writer. Fancy yourself a rock star, scoff at the ridiculousness of a principled poet. You hear the spoken word slam? They ain't saying shit at all. Disappear into the key or destroy flat. Gaslight the imagination. Gaslight your mama. Gaslight your friends. Gaslight the city. Gaslight the you that plays Heyoka on stage. Gaslight your sisters. Gaslight the one man without a soul who claims to be your. Gaslight the city again. Gaslight the stage again. Pretend to have a name again. Pretend to have a name again. Pretend to have a name again. Mimi, do it again. Please. Come to our show. Do it again. Again. Hide in the symbol of the nucleus. Transcend the spiral. Die fiercely, only to be born again in the margins of this third eye. A monarch butterfly exercises the feeling of you to be blossomed out of chaos. Honor the softness that craves to emanate from you. I care enough to observe the spectacle of myself. Charred innocence lingers its eyes into slumber. Camouflage youth impertinent to maturation. Fly north to eucalyptus. Forget the previous iteration of a soul's territory. Aim to testify upwards at the sky. Build this life as a temporary home. Chime exhales. Brew a prolonged death. Cry for no more here. Or what was. Or what is. Or what migrates in endless topography. The shape of me conquers into regeneration. There are no values stationary in this grace. Just an ounce of face daring to smile itself into oblivion in order to heal. Accept the close proximity to annihilation. Your nearest deathbed is a mirror. It looks a lot like my eyes. Depart from ego. Compose a bed of lotus bloom. And let your cynicism dissipate. Magic.